Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And last night was Hollywood's Night of Nights, or one of them.
Yes.
The Golden Globes were last night.
All the glitz and the glamour.
There's quite a few viral moments to talk about from the last night's show.
Yeah, there definitely are. Did you watch last night?
Part thereof.
Oh, okay, so you have like cable?
I streamed it on Paramount. Like, what's this?
Wow, okay.
Hey, I got Paramount Plus, baby.
Are we sponsored by them? They should
No.
sponsor us.
On a much sadder note,
Yes.
Aubrey Plaza's husband sadly died over the weekend. We'll
Yeah,
discuss
and
the
she
details.
she was supposed to present at the Golden Globes, but understandably did not show up.
And finally, we'll talk about Camila Cabello because she has a new man in her life.
She bagged a billionaire.
a billionaire.
I mean, that's where it's at right now.
Billionaires is where it's at.
Yes,
That's where it's
yes.
always been at.
By the way, you guys, we want to remind you, we are live. If you have any comments about our stories that we're going to go over, comments, questions, concerns about us, about the podcast, anything like that, drop a line. And our amazing producers, Wild and Branson, they're going to be coming through. So make sure yours stands out, and we'll get to those at the end.
Okay, to begin with,
The
Golden
Golden Globes.
Globes were last night.
Woo!
A lot of big moments. I think potentially the biggest moment, and you can give me your biggest moment. We can
Okay.
trade headlines. Zendaya had a massive ring on that finger. Her and her hubby, her boyfriend getting together.
Beyonce now.
Beyonce getting together.
Tom Holland. I think it's so interesting because he's been like speaking about her recently,
Mhm.
saying that, look, when we go to red carpet events, if it's her moment, I let her walk the red carpet on her own. I don't want to make it about me. Like, he's been just like boasting about her, like,
Right.
love, and he even said, like, almost kind of like revealing an insecurity. He's like, we'll Google them and see, like,
Oh,
is
really?
everything okay? Like, he's talked about this in the past. Obviously adores her. This ring she wore, oh my gosh, like, definitely looks like an engagement ring,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, if it's not an engagement ring, she wants us to think it is.
Yeah. But look, like, celebrities do get styled by
True.
a jeweler, right? Like, maybe styled by Tiffany's or whatever. So they will come out with jewelry. But you're right. Like, I don't think she's got any other rings on her fingers other than that one where it's like a massive diamond.
Is there anything big you thought was like the headline grabbing thing from the night?
I thought, just Kylie and Timothy Chalamet together showing
Kissing.
PDA, because we've seen them together at the Golden Globes in the past, but they really don't make like public appearances
Right.
very often. So I love seeing them together. I mean, they look so happy.
Selena and Benny were there together.
Yes, and actually was kind of like the butt of a joke
Right.
for Nikki Glazer's monologue in the beginning.
Right. I mean, Nikki Glazer, the host, she was
amazing.
She was great.
She's getting great reviews.
I bet she is. Let's have a listen to some of her opening monologue now.
And Challengers Girl, oh my God, it was so good. I mean, that movie was more sexually charged than Diddy's credit card. I mean, seriously. Oh, no, I know, I'm sorry. I'm upset too. The after party's not going to be as good this year, but we have to move on.
Oh, so good.
She was great. There was a couple awkward moments.
Mhm. As expected.
As expected. One of them was Zendaya looking at Benny Blanco like,
Yeah.
who is that guy? What's he doing here, that homeless man? What's he doing wandering around the Golden Globes?
Yeah.
But also, Vin Diesel, you know how he's got beef with The Rock?
Yes.
They got a long-standing feud.
Yes.
He, called him out and said hello during one of his presentations. Let's listen to that now.
Hey, Dwayne.
Awkward.
Oh.
So
Whoa.
awkward. And also, Demi Moore. She snubbed Kylie Jenner while they were sitting there eating dinner.
And she won.
She won. Demi Moore. I mean, her speech. She
She said that she's never won anything for being an actress, which I thought was shocking.
Is that true?
That's what she
never
said,
won
and
anything?
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I mean, well, so she is in her 60s now. So for her to have had such a illustrious career and still, this is the first time she's taking something home.
Yeah.
It's an amazing moment for her. We also saw Angelina Jolie, she stepped out.
Yep, with her daughter Zahara.
Yeah.
In light of Angelina settling her divorce with Brad Pitt.
Right.
She seemed pretty like happy, glowy. Her daughter was, by her side, smiling as well. Obviously, no Brad Pitt at the Golden Globes. That would have been awkward.
Yeah. That would have been awkward if he was up for a movie. I mean, one of them doesn't.
And then he would have been with his girlfriend, Inez de Ramon.
And then his daughter is there with his. That would have been awkward.
Who he doesn't have a relationship with, but they must have some kind of deal where it's like, okay, you're going to this, I'm not going to go to that.
Their lawyers sorted out.
Yeah, probably.
But anyway, very good night of nights. Congrats to the Golden Globe.
Any outfit you like?
No.
Charlie doesn't want to talk fashion. Kylie's outfit, I'm surprised you're not like goo goo gaga about her dress.
You've seen it all before, though, haven't you?
Wow, really? Is that what it is?
No, I mean, I didn't notice the fashion. If you asked me anyone's fashion, I wouldn't know anyone's fashion right now.
Miley Cyrus, did you like her dress?
I just told you I didn't remember.
Oh, boy. I mean, we're talking about the Golden Globes. You can't talk about the Golden Globes without talking the fashion.
Well, there you go. You're a little bit at the end there. We talked fashion.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Okay. On to our next story.
Very sad.
Very, very sad. Aubrey Plaza. She was supposed to present at the Golden Globes last night, but obviously she had to miss it because her husband died in their home in Los Feliz over the weekend. He took his own life.
Yeah, we broke the story that police and fire responded to their home at 10:30 a.m. on Friday after an assistant discovered him deceased.
Yeah, his name was Jeff Baena. They were together for 10 years before they got married. They actually no kids, but they met on a movie he was directing and he wrote called Life After Beth, and she starred in it. And so then they were together for 10 years and then got married in 2020. So it's just like beyond tragic that something like this would happen in such a way. She's obviously as prominent as she's ever been. Obviously with White Lotus, made her even bigger than she was before. And interestingly, there's the most recent movie she just came out in, My Old Ass, or Ass, as Americans would say. She played a role where, her lover died.
Yeah.
And so people like sharing, art imitating life type. It's so sad what Aubrey must be going through.
Yeah, it's got to be absolutely heartbreaking. And kind of like you mentioned, she was supposed to be presenting at the Golden Globes. I mean, she's really fully back in the industry. And she kind of, like you mentioned, like she's back bigger than ever, but did not show up. It's unclear who presented on her behalf or who had to step in, in her place. But I mean, I think everyone understands, and everyone's been posting tributes to him, including actress Molly Shannon. So it's just a very sad time. By the way, the Golden Globes, they didn't do like an in memoriam. I didn't realize they never do that.
Oh, I thought they usually do.
It's like the others, I guess, like the Oscars, Grammys, like that kind of thing, like BET Awards. Like they do in memoriams, but the Golden Globes doesn't.
Interesting. Okay, on to our final story. Camila Cabello, she has officially moved on from Shawn Mendes.
She's got a new man.
And boy, is he wealthy. Because his name is Henry Jr. Chalhoub. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think that's fair.
And he is the heir to this billions on billions fortune. His family owns something called the Chalhoub Group. They own luxury goods, lots of brands over in Saudi Arabia, lots of brands. I don't know what they do. They're really rich over there, right?
Right. A lot of money.
And so he's got billions coming his way. So no wonder someone like Camila will look his direction.
I feel like this is the new like it girl Hollywood move. Like we've seen like Lauren Sanchez bag a billionaire. We've seen Rihanna with a billionaire. Remember when she was dating that? I think he was also like a Saudi guy.
Yeah.
And then now we're seeing Camila Cabello. I mean, I just feel like this is like the new thing.
You think it's the new thing to be attracted to wealthy people?
No, but I mean, look, before it was like, oh, if you're with a millionaire, like, cool. But now it's like
it's inflation.
No other level.
It's inflation. No, I mean, like, being rich never goes out of fashion.
True.
Being good looking
is always.
Being good looking never goes out of fashion. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
You were taking that as a compliment? You took that straight as a Direct comment. All right.
Well, oh, I guess you can't play the American lottery, huh?
I think I can play it. Yeah.
Can you?
Are you not allowed to play it if you're not like a citizen?
No, you have to. Are you a citizen?
I got a green card.
Can you play the lottery?
I bet you can play scratchies or like
scratchies.
Scratches.
That's like what a guy says in bed. He's like, "Oh, can I get some scratchies in my back?" It's like, what?
Wow, now we know what Johnny's into.
Different guy.
So we actually got photos. We got photos of Camila and Henry out in St. Barths.
Do you think it's Henry or think it's Henri?
I think it's Henry.
Oh, okay. I kind of like Henri.
Why is his middle name Junior? Like,
maybe he's Junior.
No, the Junior, the suffix goes at the end thing.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I mean, I don't care. Like, his name could be like Tree, and I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, you want to climb that tree, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think Shawn Mendes is thinking, like, looking at these photos?
I think he's unfazed. He's going through his own thing. Remember, he kind of like talked about his sexuality. He's like not really sure if he likes men, women, like what the situation is. I think he's going through his own like personal discovery. And look, if you're Camila, you got to like move on. You got to move on.
I think so.
If a guy, it's so hard for girls to grasp. If a guy wants to be with you, he'll just be with you.
Right.
And like there's so many times where girls allow themselves to be in these complex, complicated relationships where they're like making excuses like, oh, he's not calling me because he's busy. Oh, he's just figuring this out. Oh, he's going through self-discovery. Like, no, if he wants to be with you, he'll be with you. It's like that simple.
This sounds like something you wanted to tell your younger self. Like,
no, I've actually been like pretty wise beyond my years when it comes to relationships. Doesn't mean I've never been dumped. I definitely have.
Right.
But
I wonder if that affected Camila at all, the way that Shawn then started talking about his sexuality.
Absolutely. I think like I have a girlfriend I went to high school with. She like her high school sweetheart, I guess all along was gay, and he's now in a throuple.
Whoa.
I know. Like, what a turn. This is Glendora High School, by the way. So it's like, wow. And for her, I know it's been like so difficult, like looking back and being like, did he really love me? Was he really passionate? Like, was it something about me? Like, you start like getting in your head. But at the end of the day, she like moved on and now she's married with a couple kids.
I once had a girlfriend actually who
is a lesbian.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
Wow. And how does that make you feel? You're very sensitive. You're a sensitive
I'm
guy.
a sensitive guy, but it actually made me think like, oh, so she broke up with me and it wasn't really my fault. It was all her. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, okay. So you took it the other way.
I took it the
like,
positive way.
Puffed your chest.
Like now it makes sense. Like now it makes sense why she didn't want to be with me.
But does that make you feel like you're maybe a little feminine?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's nothing
feminine.
wrong with that.
I'm a little
like,
feminine, I suppose. Long hair.
Like, do you look at yourself differently, or is it you look at her differently?
Nah. To be honest, it was just like a few week thing. It was kind of just a bit.
Few weeks.
Actually, I mean, I met her.
God.
Well, I met her in this is a long anecdote. Met her in Ireland when I was traveling.
Wow.
Moved to Canada to be with her. She's Canadian.
You moved to Canada?
Yeah. This was like
it was 2 weeks.
Well, then I moved there. I moved like into her town in Canada.
I'd break up with you too. I'd be like, this guy is a stage 5 cleaner.
After about a few weeks, I already got a job, and she broke up with me.
Oh
God!
No. I'd be like, see you later. So where in Canada?
Near Toronto.
Okay, and you lived there for how long?
When I got broken up with, I moved over to Banff, Canada. That's the best place for a single young Aussie to be.
What do you mean? It's like so like wilderness.
I know. There's a lot of a lot of travelers there. A lot of travelers from Scandinavia and the like.
Okay. Wow, I didn't know this about you.
Okay, let's read out some of the comments.
Wow, fun facts about Charlie.
Fun facts about me. All right. You guys have been leaving comments most of this time, hopefully.
Yeah, and if you have anything you want to add about Charlie's weird-ass, clingy dating life, let us know.
All right, they're forgetting to put the comments on the screen now.
No, we're getting them up.
Wild. Can we get the comments on the screen? We can't get the comments up.
Don't worry, guys. We just have a little break right now. We're trying to get your guys' comments up for us to read. So if you have any more, quickly add them.
I actually think we do the comments tomorrow, Charlie.
No!
Yeah, I think we do the comments tomorrow. This seems like a big audio technical issue.
We have a couple minutes to spare. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about your dating life?
I don't need to. Okay, the comments are up. David says Nikki crushed it at the Golden Globe.
She really did. I loved her.
Justin says Demi Moore was probably just shocked to be in the room. I give her a pass. She always seemed a little spaced out.
Aw, I love Demi Moore. She's so beautiful. She's an icon.
And Rebel Rocker says, kudos to Selena. She got a great guy. That marquee diamond is beautiful. Rock on, Selena.
It's a very beautiful diamond.
You want to read out the rest of the comments there?
Sure. For the Camila Cabello story, Monkey Man said, Shawn Mendes is missing out. Well, I mean, if he wanted to be with her, he would, right?
I think he's very much moved on to something very different.
I agree. And a couple just miscellaneous comments from you guys. Justin said, uh-oh, Charlie coming through with the Sabrina Carpenter full blonde blowout. Love the bangs. Thanks, Justin. You must have missed a couple episodes last week. I to be honest with you, so I debuted them last week, my bangs, but I'm over them. They're not going to be a thing. I think my look is straight middle part.
It's a big decision to get bangs, and you're already just
but my hair grows super fast.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah. See you later. Gary said in Valley Girl accent, Charlie girl, Valley girl. Oh, I like that.
Girl.
Cat Lover. Oh, I like the name Cat Lover. Said, I'm really watching just to hear Charlie's accent. Which accent?
Oh, it's got to be mine.
I've got an accent too.
Man, I know. Not a good one, though.
Neither is yours. Weird. Tattoo.
Oh, my God. Was that good?
Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
Okay, good.
Kevin Murray said, you can't fault yourself for someone else's sexuality.
No, you cannot.
That's the way to look at it, for sure.
Well, thank you. If you're really here still with us, you've been through a lot. I'm surprised if you're still listening, to be honest. I do judge you a little.
Aw, these are our loyal fans.
Thank you for sticking through the audio
Thank
issues.
you, guys.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you. Are you going to be here tomorrow?
I think I will be.
So will I.
Wow.
I guess we're going to be back here this time tomorrow, so don't miss it.
Bye.
Bye.